We are on Akalon Waste, and in the bottom right corner of the map, we have our red Zerg player, who is also an admin for SCV Rush from Team Squirrel. It is good luck and fun.
And his opponent spawning in the blue trunks, the top left-hand side of Akalon Waste, a map which I believe will be retired next season.
I believe so.
The blue Zerg player from Team OCL, Hydro.
Yes, another OCL representative. They actually seem to be very, very active in the SCV Rushes, which is really awesome. So big shout out to them for having so many of their players participate.
Yeah, man, it's always nice to have like a clan or a particular gaming community that just comes to our tournament, man, because it's something which I feel that StarCraft 2 may be lacking in a way. The community aspect, the
it seems
touch,
that there's a lot of singular players and singular entities sort of doing their own thing. Ooh, is this a extractor trick? No, this is an actual extractor. This is going to be a very, very quick one hatch Zerg speedling play, I feel, maybe, probably.
To be honest, this is so freakishly early that I'm like, yeah, it feels like it's gonna be a one base speedling all in, but
yeah.
These days you see so many little differences that people are bringing in, those little bits of flavor.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can see like a speedling six Zergling speedling push, right? Which will just be to deny the natural and do a lot of damage, but then you'll see a hatchery behind that, and it looks like the blue Zerg player Hydro, he sees what's up, he's like, whoa, bro, whoa, what is this?
That's a nice and timely pool to try to negate as much damage from this by having the Zerglings a little quicker.
He'll have the defender's advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely going to be his advantage. And I actually don't know if this from GLHF is if it is actually a good build in general, or if it's just too much off of two little bases. But we're gonna have to see what's gonna come out of this. He might actually throw down a Baneling nest as well, in which case I might be inclined to say it's a little better.
He's still mining gas, like...
Yeah.
You'd want to throw down a Baneling nest. This is just... Wow,
I'm gonna
all-in Rider.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's this. This is like one level above.
This is the all-in.
You don't normally see this anymore.
Of all in, yeah, it's one of those things that was popular when StarCraft was a younger game, and it's sort of gone out of favor because it's just relatively easy to hold off with a lot of standard openers. Just having some good drone micro can just get you in good places with this.
Yeah, I mean, back in the pre-pubescent days, this was like really good.
Yeah.
You know, where everybody was awkward and a bit ugly, but
still when StarCraft still had pimples and its voice was going all over the place.
Yeah, man. But then the base dropped, and now StarCraft it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But this is a bit weird. Like I honestly don't know what's gonna happen in this situation. I feel that whoever has the better decision making and control is gonna easily win this.
Yeah, and I think Hydro already has an advantage by having more lings earlier
and killing all of the lings.
Yeah. He got to pick off a nice number of lings, and this is why this sort of build is very, very difficult, because Hydro just went sort of a pool hatch and nothing really crazy, but he has a good number of Zerglings. Speed is only now finished, but I don't think it's enough to amount much of a difference, especially with the Queen here. Oh, Banelings. Hydro getting a Baneling nest without us noticing. The bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, sure, in the background he knew what was coming. Looks like these Banelings, actually won't be picked off. He chooses to go into the main base. And I just don't know how much more will happen with this. We do see a stream of Zerglings running into the natural, though.
Oh,
There's still a Baneling alive. The Queen looks like she will get surrounded. She is under siege from all sides. And this Baneling, what are you doing, Baneling? Go to work. It starts to wobble, but a little bit too late. And now the dance of death begins. Yeah. Not the best,
good hit!
Oh, it was a trap.
Yeah, with the additional Zerglings, the speed is starting to amount to a little bit more, but Hydro still has a good Zergling count. He has, of course, the extra hatchery to produce off of. And with this amount of drones on the main, you can actually produce full-time off of 2 hatches, no problem. An advantage that GLHF does not have.
Why was the Zerg player mining gas? Like, sorry, why was the blue... what am I saying? Why was the red Zerg player mining gas? He's got 416 or 18 gas right now.
I think it's a little bit of an oversight.
He's fine. Wait. Oh, roaches.
Yeah.
He has a Bailey nest, but he's making roaches.
Yeah, the roach follow-up might actually be his best bet. There's really no way to transition out of this into a normal play. And with the amount of Zerglings and Banelings that Hydros currently has up, I think Roaches is really the only vestige of hope that GLHF has, especially because at least this way he gets to produce, is a little bit better off of the resources he's getting, because he's not being able to produce all of his resources away with just the Zerglings. He has the capacity for more units, but he's not using it.
I would agree with you, but if he had actually gone for an evolution chamber instead of the Baneling nest, because if you go for the evolution chamber, right, while the pressure is going on, if you could somehow get +1, and then a range attack, and then tech into roaches, that would just be brilliant, because you need just a 2-shot roaches as opposed to 3-shotting them. So that actually makes it a lot easier for you to kill a lot of Zerglings, and that would actually make this attack more fruitful. But unfortunately, he's got... Well, he is making use of the Banelings, but I feel that he could be doing much, much more.
Well, it's also the thing that because he's down a base, Hydro can do relatively inefficient trades and still be ahead, because he just has more stuff to mine off of. And that's really, the GLH have... There's a timer on this attack, and the longer he's sitting here not killing his opponent, the more difficult it is going to be to do just that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he could have afforded to at least throw down a macro hatchery in the middle of the map so he can actually reinforce a lot faster.
That's actually a really cool idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. But then again, it's like you're so far behind, and he was mining so much gas. Like, I still feel that he mined way too much gas. Like, but
here comes the wobble. That's a lot of Banelings. Oh, so much, but the roaches are now here. This is GLHF. This is his attack. These roaches represent his hope in this game. A few more marching on in across the map, but they're slow, man.
Yeah, man. These roaches are not... None of them are named Obi-Wan Kenobi. So.
No. Well, maybe all of them together are. They are the Obi-Wan Kenobi of this game.
Yes, maybe.
Gotta keep away from the spine.
Princess Leia's like screaming, "Obi-Wan, you're my only hope!"
Oh, wow.
This is like Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan is, he knows the Force, man. This is really crazy. Some good micro. GLHF using the, gotta be careful. Using the sort of these nice little edges to try to reduce the surface area that the Zerglings get. But there's a lot of Queens here. Queen's a good unit.
Wow, the Force was strong with this one, Ryder. He's in the base. The Queens are trying to chase, but look at how slow they are. And the Roaches, they're really scared right now on the Roach train. I can't believe it, but it looks like Squirrel has a shot, Ryder.
Yeah, GLHF is not quite out of this yet. The Roaches are actually proving to be very, very effective. In particular, the way he's using them. Oh, the Spine gets up. That's never fun. Oh, there's still 2 Roaches up here. Going to move into the main, trying to do some drone damage. It's going to be good for him. Oh,
yeah, this is a bit of a mistake over here. Like, you shouldn't try and melee Spine Crawlers, Queens, and Zerglings, man. Roaches can't lift that much, bro.
No, they can't, and I feel like GLHF got a little bit distracted by doing some damage in the main. He could have gotten some drones, got a few drones kills. But in the end, it's the hatchery, I feel, that's making the big difference, not the drone count. Oh.
Yeah, and I also feel that if he had, like, just poked the front and, like, not lost those roaches and then, like, put the weakened ones in the back and just went in with those reinforcements, those 8 roaches, things might have been a bit different.
Yeah.
And right now, I think whatever little chance he had is, like, at this point, I feel that...
And this is when GLHF decides that maybe a natural wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Yes.
Expanding tends to be a good thing. And this is sort of the reason why we don't see the build, because, it's pretty easy to hold off of just 2 hatches and 1 base mining, essentially.
You know one thing that could have actually worked?
What's that?
It's like when you're so far behind, right? When you have that much gas and you're not going to use it, research burrow. It's like have my landmines. It's like it's a crazy thing, but it's like at this point, why not?
Yeah, especially, and like the biggest effect I think it has is the burrow to heal the roaches up that are sort of damaged.
Oh yes.
Because he had 2 roaches in the main and they were pretty much dead. If at that point he just burrows, all of those roaches will just live because, you know, Hydro's not on lair tech. He can't morph in an Overseer, so he has to make a Spore and then get it in position.
Rider. GLHF has gone for a third.
He has. Wow, that's bold. I mean, I will say this. At least he knows that he's behind and he's playing from behind by trying to make up for it somehow. And that in itself, I like. I think that's a good decision. And with the amount of roaches he has, he might actually have a shot at defending this. But it looks like Hydro is going to go for... well, he has Lair. And he has the Roach Warren.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could go for a Glider Constitution, get up a Hydralisk Den, and just go for roaches. But I don't know. And these... Whoa!
Ooh.
Those Banelings.
Cleaning up a lot of Zerglings.
Yeah, man, I think those are all the Zerglings, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's one. There's one Zergling with the Roach.
Oh yeah, it is Fido. It is actually the Roach's pet. It is not actually a real Zergling. It's just sort of...
Yes, it is. It is the honorary Roach, which is just chilling with his homies, man. That's the M&M, man.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of like this. GLHF eliminated a lot of the Zerglings, meaning that the only thing he really has to contend with are these roaches by Hydro. And, you know, right now, GLHF has more roaches, and his third is not down.
I'm actually curious why GLHF just does not want to produce drones. It's like... He has such an opportune time to produce drones. He already has a ground army that can protect his base.
Yeah.
For the time being. You'd think he'd just be making drones, and more drones, trying to be ballsy, but he's just been producing army unit after army unit. He's like, hatcheries must produce army units. I don't know what Ret smokes, but yeah, it's like
he's like the anti-Ret.
Game of drones. Yeah, literally, he's the anti-Ret. He has come to bring doom onto the Zerg race.
He is here to bring balance to the swarm, essentially.
Oh, ouch, bro.
So actually, I think Hydro is not like he's trying to get ahead by getting a third. He has a lot of drones. He has a big drone lead and 23 drones that GLHF doesn't have, obviously because he is anti-Ret. But this could actually come to bite him in the butt because it means he has a much smaller army.
He's pushed out. What? Why?
Oh, GLHF gonna try to pick off this third drones here. Doesn't really need to pick it off. But this is not a very giant army for Hydro, but it is for GLHF, and who can actually...
he could have flanked.
Good surface area. Roaches start to wobble in. If GLHF is able to snag these, then this is actually going to be a good engagement, and this might mean that it's not his game to lose just yet. Not a
the best part is +1 isn't even done, Ryder, so if he actually can clean this up, you'll be in a great position.
Good concave by Hydro, though, and using a few transfuses, but is it going to be enough? The count of roaches is just a little bit higher for GLHF, and it's a big difference in the end. Holy cow, GLHF, the anti-Ret, is showing us that, yeah, man, units are good. Maybe even better than drones.
Yep, +1's done, though.
Yeah, and GLHF is now losing a lot to these reinforcing roaches by Hydro. It's going to be a little close getting the spine in there, but these reinforcements, I think, are a little bit too much for the army that GLHF has accumulated over the course of the game.
Yeah, so the anti-Ret has been banished back to whence he came. And I honestly can't believe this game is just chugging along, Ryder.
Yeah, it's kind of it's actually sort of impressive how well GLHF has managed to keep himself in this, despite being so far behind. I think it speaks to his decision making primarily, or maybe just his good unit control and just the sheer amount of dumb luck. But this is Hydro's counter push, going to be very very effective. Gonna check no third because you know GLHF don't need any in that. Zerglings
yes, indeed. I mean,
are really annoying.
This is the nail on the coffin here.
Yeah.
And it looks like I think the experiment we have concluded that drones are good, Ryder.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a place for the anti-Ret. Although I will say that GLHF for a moment looked very very strong, but wasn't able to close it out. Hydro with superior play and very 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 high degree of resilience against cheese, or at least pushes, showing us that this is the way to play Zerg the right way.